Minister, welcome back to the University of Huddersfield.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
I believe it's 15 years since you were in Huddersfield last. What were your fondest memories of your time here as an undergraduate and a master's student?
My fondest memories would be interacting with my tutors, arguing about my my dissertation and my coursework, and also meeting with students from other countries, learning from them. And an important thing, standing at my window and looking at the Huddersfield football stadium. I used to see the top of it from my room when I stayed at Leeds Road. So basically those are my fondest memories. I wasn't very adventurous when I was here, so I didn't get to see a lot of Huddersfield, especially at night. I didn't go out at night.
So you enjoyed your time when you were with us then. You went on, and you are now, to enjoy a very celebrated ministerial career, started back in 2004.
Yes.
In education, which has been your discipline, your area. When you started in 2004, you got a ministerial position. You must have been very honoured. But what was in your mind in terms of what you wanted to achieve at that time?
What was on my mind was first and foremost to transform the education system in the Gambia. And to do that, I had to go through certain documents that I found there, one of which was an aid memoir from the World Bank, which pointed to the fact that we didn't have capacity in the ministry. And it was true that we didn't have capacity in the ministry then, because a lot of the good people had decided to leave. So my first thought was, how do I get these people back? Then I looked at the whole lot that have left, and I picked 2. And 3 days into office, I went after them. I knew if I was able to bring them back and form a good team, we'll be able to transform the education system. So I went after them. First thing in the morning, I think I got to their offices before they actually came. And they saw me there, and I said, I'm at the ministry now, because we had all left before. And they said, yes. I said, I'm after you. I want you people, 2 of you, to come back so that we move the education agenda in the country forward. And they said, well, let us think about it. Because they were really earning, I think, about 5 times more than what they would have earned. But I knew that it wasn't the money that kept them, because they were still working with the ministry, even though they had left and were in another NGO. So 2 days after, I got this call, and they said to me, we are coming back. I couldn't believe it. So I set out to work to bring them back. And as soon as I got those 2 back, the team started coming back. We even had some that left and came to the UK to study and decided to stay. But when these 2 came back, 3 of them came back home. And we started forming the team. And luckily for us, the team is still there. It's the same team that has been there since 2004.
Because you've had an awful lot of success. What would you say, what would you pick out as you look back over what is nearly a 10-year period now? What do you think, not on a personal level, but what do you feel has been a success for the education of the Gambia? What things have you achieved in that period of time with the team?
Yes.
That you think, I'm really proud of that. That would never have happened if we hadn't have pulled together.
First and foremost, the greatest thing that we have achieved is creating that sense of family, commitment and dedication in the team. I can safely say that I can go to bed and sleep and knowing that work is going on, because of the fact that they are very committed, and we managed to build that in them, that sense of ownership of the education system. And another achievement is the fact that we've been able to get the members of the population to be part of what we do, because we allow them to tell us what they think about the services that we deliver. And based on the comments we receive from members of the population, we go back to the drawing board to look at what we already have. And we had an education policy for 2004 to 2015, which we are now reviewing based on emerging issues that have come up. And we've also been able to develop a strategy to implement that policy that we have put in place. And we have been able to establish credibility in the system to a point where every donor that has been our partner is keener now to work with us than ever before. So I think those are the key achievements, because everything else that happened later on is because of these things that I have mentioned, making sure that we have a proper sense of direction for the ministry, wherein we have a policy and a strategic plan, and we have been able to build that sense of ownership in the members of the team, and the commitment and dedication that is required to make sure that we are able to function effectively as a ministry.
You've achieved an awful lot. What goals do you still have?
One of the goals I still have is to get all the children in the Gambia be in school. Not only to enroll in grade 1, but to continue and be retained in the system up to grade 12 and move on. That's my main goal. And I'm putting in place mechanisms to make sure that we get all those kids that are left out, particularly those in deprived communities, where it may not be cost effective even to build a classroom. What we have done in that direction is to introduce purpose-built transportation that the local communities know of. So we are using donkey carts that we provide for the communities and leave the communities to manage it, to ferry the youngest kids from their communities to the nearest schools, which sometimes is about 3 kilometers away, and to take them back home when school closes. Another thing we are doing is, as you know, 90% of the population of Gambia is Muslim. But mind you, if you are there at Christmas time, you think everybody is a Christian, because we do celebrate.
They celebrate as well.
We celebrate. And they also join us, the other 5% that are Christian join us to celebrate our feasts. So we have looked at ways in which we can support madrasa education in the Gambia. The madrasas are mainstreamed in the education system so that we are able to get the kids that go into the madrasas have the same type of education as they would have had if they had gone to the conventional schools. So we started by introducing a synchronized curriculum with the madrasas, started sending teachers of English to those schools, or walk through the Islamic Education Secretariat and give them monies to hire English teachers and post to madrasas. And now we have reached a stage where we have translated our curriculum and key documents, our policy, our strategic plan into Arabic, so that they also are able to be on the same page with us. We have started providing examinations for the students at the madrasas, beginning with the national assessment test that we do in grade 3, grade 5, and we are moving on to grade 8 and grade 11. And eventually we want them also to sit to the terminal examinations at grade 9 and grade 12, So we are working with the examination body, the international one that is located in the Gambia, known as the West African Examinations Council, to be able to develop test items similar to what we have in the conventional schools for the madrasa system. Beyond that also, we are going to provide, we've secured some funding to be able to provide facilities for them, just like we do with the mission schools, so that they're able to access classroom space, furniture, books, and things that we provide for the conventional schools. We've even gone further down to the local daras, where only Quranic memorization is done. For us, we think that those are kids that should be in the system, because within our constitution, it's a right for every kid to be in school, irrespective of where you are from. Since as far as you are in the country, you should be in education. So what we've done is, in these local daras, the Quranic teacher has a bigger say on those children than even the parents. So what we've done is to engage the local dara teachers and establish a conditional cash transfer scheme in the country, wherein we will pay a certain amount of money per child per month, and these kids who without that would have been going during the day into the bush to get firewood for the night fire that they used to learn, and also to go and beg, we've decided to stop that and pay a certain amount to the Quranic teacher, and then the time that is used to do those things is used for literacy, numeracy, and life skills for the children that are in those local Quranic daras.
So in effect, this family that you started with is growing?
Yes.
Can I ask, is the University of Huddersfield part of that family?
Yes. In fact, one of the things I would like to do is to work on ways in which we can open up that link between the University of Huddersfield and the University of the Gambia and the entire education system in the country. As you are aware, you might be aware that there are some teachers. Originally, it was those of us in technical and vocational education that used to come here. But in the last couple of years, we have seen teachers coming here for training. And it has gone beyond the education system. I know currently there is somebody from the Office of the President doing a course here. I've not met him yet. I'm looking for him, but I don't know how to contact him. So our link is going beyond even this family relationship, because other institutions within the country are beginning to learn about what's going on in the University of Huddersfield and are coming to do their studies here. I really thank the university authorities for considering me for an award based on what I have done in the Gambia within the education sector. But I want to also say that I would not have been able to do what I have done so far without the foundation that was built in my career from here, from the university. So I'm very appreciative of the molding that they've done on my person, the way I think, and as well as thinking of giving me an award which has gone beyond me personally, but also is an award for the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and the government of the Gambia. Thank you very much.
The University of Huddersfield, inspiring tomorrow's professionals.